Welcome to the Holistic Hub. This is going to be an in-depth demo. And so what we want to achieve from this is I want you to not only learn how to use it, but also understand why it's so great for your business. So let's go ahead and get started. The idea of the Holistic Hub is to give you a really easy way to share your media, whether it's audio, video, PDFs, with your client, and an easy way for the client to access that. But there are some really great features in there that help with client rapport, for example, chat. You'll see that in a moment, but stick with me. You'll understand in a minute why this is so amazing and why it's really going to help your business. So let's go and have a look. I've got a therapist set up here. If we go and take a look, we have the clients. So we have David Green and Jessica. We have some audio that we will be sharing. We have a Better Sleep, Lose Weight Easily, and Relaxing audio. When you click on them, it'll give you a list of all the information about that audio. So we have videos here, documents. Now we also have a really great new feature called groups. This allows you to group your media into one place and share that group with the client. That means you don't have to share one video and one audio and one document. You can literally have anything you want within that one group and just share that. It's super cool. Now the best way to show you this is to actually go ahead and do it. So I would suggest when you first start, you want to add your media. Super easy. You click on the add media button, you choose whether you want audio, video, or documents. You want to give it a name, something that will be identify what it is, and the client will see this. Then you want to add an image. Now you don't have to add an image, it's not required, but having an image just makes things so much more visual for the client. Now if you don't have an image, you don't need to run to Canva or any of those graphics programs. This app will actually create it for you. So let's go ahead to Roger over here, Roger the AI assistant. Roger can help you with any questions you have about recording, but Roger can also help you make images. So I've got an example here. Create an image for that that is suitable to use for my product shot for my hypnotherapy recording called Lose Weight. I've asked it to have things like gentle flowing water, a silhouette of a person meditating. Let's just go ahead and run it and we'll show you what it looks like. So the image has been queued and shortly now it's running. And here we go. So this image you can click on download. It depends whether you're on a mobile or a desktop, and you can download that and actually use that in your media. You just pop it in here. Now then you upload the MP3 file you'd like to use and give it some instructions. The client will see this whether you don't want them to listen to it while driving. Let's go and take a look at an example. So here is the client login and we'll take a look at the audio. So we've shared the relaxing audio with them. If we click on it, you'll see it's called Listen to Relaxing Audio. They've got the audio in normal mode and they've got it in sleep mode, which is looping. Many clients like to play something in the evening or at night time and it just loops through while they sleep. Those options are there for you. And at the bottom you see the instructions. This audio can be listened to while driving as it is just a relaxing recording with no hypnosis. So that's how you set up either the audio, the video, and the document. So once you've finished with adding media, you want to go ahead and add your clients. Let's move this across and move to the client, add client section. Very simple, just add their first name, their last name, type in the email address and a password. And the last section is really neat. Now that you've already set up your media, you can actually assign the media to them while you're setting up their account. So eat healthier, relaxing audio, and I'll give them lose weight easily, and then click add client. The client will then get an email directly from our system with a welcome and a username and password to log in. You don't need to do anything. It's all handled by the app. Alright, now at any time, if you need to change the information for a piece of your media, you go and find which one you need to change, for example, relaxing audio. You can then go and change who has access directly from here. I can take away, let's go and take access away from David. So David has access to relaxing audio, but he doesn't require that anymore. So let's go ahead and take that out. And you'll notice when we refresh this page, it's no longer there. Isn't that cool? So much easier than doing with an email, etc., where you don't have that kind of access. And you can change all the details down the bottom here. All right, when we go to the client sections, there are many things we can do regarding the setup for a client. If we go into David Green here, there are a few things we can do there. We can disable his account if he no longer needs access. We can also re-enable it there. We can set an end date for when his account is disabled. Maybe he's only supposed to have access for 30 days. We can set that here. It's very versatile. Now, an important thing we haven't talked about is the chat. The chat gives you the ability to receive messages from your client and answer them back. Let's go and take a look. So right now, David Green is enabled for chat. When he goes to the chat section, he can then go ahead and send messages to you. Now, you don't need to be in the Holistic Hub to get the messages. You will be emailed directly the message from David. You can then reply to him via email, or you can reply to him from the app itself. Let's go and take a look. There's David Green's hello, click reply. Now, we don't want to use this, of course, just for chatting with your client. You've got things to do, but this is a great way for them to ask questions like, can we have another appointment? Or I wasn't satisfied with that recording. Could you send another one, etc. So there is a really great way for you to build a rapport using that. Now, a neat status to remember is that once a client has been disabled, firstly, let's go ahead and disable David. David will then be under the disabled clients. So at any time you can then go ahead and re-enable him like this, and he will be able to log in again like that. Once you've added a client to the Holistic Hub, you will know whether they've logged in or not, because once they log in, their status will change. If you see here at the moment, David Green is set to dormant. This means he hasn't logged in since you've re-enabled him. Let's go ahead and re-enable him. Alright, so you notice right now it says dormant. As soon as he logs in and we refresh our page, you'll see he's now logged in. This is great. That means you know that the client is actively logged in. If they're still sitting on dormant, it means that you should maybe contact them and just ask if there's anything that they need assistance with. The groups feature, as I mentioned, is wonderful. The group feature allows you to get multiple files, whether they're audio, video, or documents, and put them into one simple place like we have here. I have 4 different audios, and then share that with the client. So I've shared it with David Green, so if David logs in, he can go to groups and see the public speaking group that we've given him access to. When he clicks on it, he'll see all those files and be ready for him to listen to them. If at any time you need to change your own personal details, you can go ahead into your profile. Let's open this up and change your name, phone number, business. Putting a business logo is also a great idea in a website. If the client goes to the chat section, they'll see at the top your email address, phone number, and your website. So it's a great idea to do that. Every part of the Holistic Hub has a tutorial that you can watch. So you'll never feel stuck. There's always some help there, and if you do have trouble, you can go back to the main page, click on the technical help, and then send us an email, and we'll get back to you.